Hello students, we were discussing about monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. Mendel conducted an experiment considering one character from each tall pea plant and one from dwarf plant. When they were crossed, all the plants were tall because the allele of tallness is dominant over allele of dwarfness. This type of cross, in which only one pair of alleles are taken into consideration, is known as monohybrid cross. But when two alleles of one parent are taken into consideration, and when they are crossed and we are considering two characters from one parent and two characters from other parents, or two alleles from one parent and two alleles from the other, this type of cross is known as dihybrid cross. Now, after conducting the monohybrid cross, Mendel concluded, and Mendel gave us the law of dominance, which I have already told you, that out of two alleles, one is expressed in the progeny, which is known as dominant character, and one remains hidden within the progeny, that is recessive character. After doing in the monohybrid cross, it was the law of dominance. But in dihybrid cross, he also gave us two more laws, that is law of independent assertment and the law of segregation. Law of segregation means a law of separation of gametes. Here segregation means separation. When a zygote is formed, it is a hybrid of both the parents. But when gametes are formed, the alleles again get separated. For example, when a tall pea plant was crossed with a dwarf, the genotype contained capital T and small t, means both the characters are present in the progeny. But when gametes are formed, DNA replication takes place and alleles also separate. The allele of capital T gets separated and small t gets separated. So at the time of gamete formation, the alleles again separate. This is also known as law of purity or law of segregation. Now these alleles are independent to get united with any other allele. There is no compulsion. One allele can combine. For example, when he considered round and yellow seeds with wrinkled and green, so round can go with green. Similarly, wrinkled will go with round, and yellow will go with green, and green will go with yellow. So they are independent. मतलब एलील जो हैं वो इंडिपेंडेंट हैं, कोई भी एलील किसी एलील के साथ भी यूनाइट करके नई प्रोजेनी तैयार कर सकती है. तो दिस वाज नोन एज लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असर्टमेंट. नाउ अनदर today's concept is how the sex of progeny determined, how the sex of child is determined, means who is responsible to produce male or female, how a male or female is produced. I would like to tell you that normally in human being, a cell contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of these 23 pairs, 22 are somatic chromosomes which are present in our body, and one is sex chromosome. One pair is sex chromosome. So far as female is concerned, female has X chromosomes means both the alleles are same. The chromosome of female is indicated by XX means both are same. Whereas chromosome of male is indicated by XY means both the parts are different. XX, XY. Now, as per the law of segregation, these alleles separate at the time of segregation, at the time of gamete formation. It means XX would form the gametes X gamete and X gamete, XY will form X gamete and Y gamete. So there would be 2 male gametes and 2 female gametes. The male gametes are X and Y, whereas female gametes are Y, X and X, both are same. Now look at the board. Here I'll try to explain. Suppose this is male, that is father, and this is female, that is mother. Father has different chromosomes, that is X and Y. Mother has same, that is X and X. Now here 2 gametes are formed. X gets separated, Y gets separated. Similarly, X gets separated, X gets separated. Now, as per the independent law of assortment, this X is independent to get united with this X or this X. Similarly, this Y chromosome is independent to get united with this X or this X. One gamete from X and another if comes from mother side, and that is also X. Both are same chromosome, so the progeny would be female, that is daughter. अगर फादर ने X क्रोमोसोम कंट्रीब्यूट किया, मदर ने भी X किया, दोनों क्रोमोसोम सेम हैं, तो डॉटर प्रोड्यूस होगी. अब फादर के पास दूसरा क्रोमोसोम Y है, तो जब ये Y कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा तो मदर ने तो फिर भी X ही देना, तो यहाँ पर दोनों डिफरेंट आए, तो ये सन होगा. Similarly, this X gets united with another X chromosome, again daughter is produced and son is produced. So it is the male who decides whether the progeny would be male or female. ये फादर के क्रोमोसोम्स हैं जो ये डिटरमाइन करते हैं कि जो हमारी प्रोजनी होगी वो मेल होगी या फीमेल होगी. इसमें मदर जो प्रोवाइड करता है वो सिर्फ एक्स क्रोमोसोम प्रोवाइड करता है. मदर प्रोवाइड्स ओनली एक्स क्रोमोसोम, वेयर एज फादर प्रोवाइड्स एक्स क्रोमोसोम्स एंड वाई क्रोमोसोम. व्हेन एक्स एंड वाई गेट यूनाइटेड, इफ our progeny gets X chromosome from mother and Y chromosome from father, then the progeny would be son. In this way, sex of a progeny is determined. Now, next question is that what are different ways in which individuals with a particular trait may increase in population? किसी खास ट्रेट को लेके, खास कैरेक्टर को लेके उसकी पॉपुलेशन, उसकी जो पॉपुलेशन है, उसकी जो जनसंख्या है वो किस तरह से बढ़ती है. इंडिविजुअल की जो पॉपुलेशन बढ़ती है उसके 2-3 कारण हैं. पहला है नेचुरल सिलेक्शन. नेचुरल सिलेक्शन में व्हेन ट्रेट्स ऑफर सम सर्वाइवल एडवांटेज, जब उसको कुछ बचने के ज़्यादा एडवांटेजेस मिलते हैं, नेचर उसको सेलेक्ट करती है. नेचुरल सिलेक्शन थ्योरी आपने पढ़ी होगी कि एनवायरनमेंट में एनवायरनमेंट ही कुछ चीज़ों को एक्सेप्ट करती है, कुछ नहीं करती है. जिनको एक्सेप्ट करती है वो सर्वाइव कर जाते हैं. दूसरा कारण है जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट. जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट जो है वो क्या हो गया कि जब किसी ट्रेट को गवर्न करने वाली जीन्स, जैसे आई के कलर की जीन्स अलग से होती हैं, बालों के टेक्सचर्स की जीन्स अलग से होती हैं, माथा किस टाइप का इसकी जीन्स अलग से होती हैं, टीथ की शेप कैसी है उसके जीन्स अलग से होती हैं। जब पर्टिकुलर ट्रेट जो है वो अगर पॉपुलेशन में कॉमन हो जाए, जैसे नीली आंखों वाले जो है बहुत रेयर हमें दिखते हैं लोग, लेकिन ब्लैक हेयर वाले हमें आम जो है वो मिल जाए। तो जो ट्रेड्स, एक पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड्स अगर वो कॉमन हो जाए आम पॉपुलेशन में, तो उस वक्त हम कह सकते हैं कि उस ऑर्गेनिज्म की पॉपुलेशन बढ़नी शुरू हो जाती है। और थर्ड है, कुछ जीन्स एक्वायर किए जाते हैं लाइफ टाइम में, और जब वो सोमैटिक सेल्स में एक चेंज लाते हैं, तो इन दिस वे द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म increases. So we discuss today how the sex of a child determined in human beings, what are different ways in which individuals with a particular trait may increase in population, and why are traits acquired during the lifetime of an individual not inherited. जीवन में जो कैरेक्टर्स हम इनहेरिट करते हैं, जो हम इनहेरिट करते हैं वो हमारे जीन्स में